And I don't need no middleman to talk to my nigga.
Yeah,
I understand if you don't understand. That's where we differ.
Yeah. Welcome to the We Differ Podcast, episode number 17 of the We Differ Podcast. I am your host, Shell456, alongside my beautiful, lovely, and amazing co-host, E. E, how are you feeling today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm feeling fine. Just happy to be back with these microphones, tapping in, talking to the people. Busy week. We got a chance to see the what's the movie?
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Judas and the Black Messiah. So we're gonna speak on that a lot today. Maybe not go as in detail on the movie, but just like situations surrounding the actual content of the movie. Before we get this started, I want to speak. Well, before we even speak on Jay-Z and his deal, this podcast is sponsored by the We Differ Shop. We have hoodies and t-shirts, and y'all can tap in and purchase a t-shirt, help out the podcast, and all that good stuff. But this around we need to get a sound machine, like the push the button and make the shit clap and shit like that. We gotta.
You remember did you have one before when we was doing it before?
Yeah. But I like wired that shit together myself, so it was like it was functional, but it was just like a fucking headache. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're gonna invest in some more stuff to
get this thing popping.
Get this shit really rolling. My mic arm is acting funny, but yeah, congrats to Jay-Z on the he got a deal for his Ace of Spade champagne line with the Louis Vuitton people. I forget the name, but it's under they own Moet also, so it's like Moet took over Jay-Z. Well, they own 50%. Yeah, acquisition. So like, shout out to him, man. It's Black empowerment. I think that's dope as hell for the culture. One time for the culture, man.
Yeah.
It was something else that I did want to speak on, but it like slipped my mind. And that fucking blues. But you good? What you doing over there?
I'm getting my thoughts together.
Your thoughts.
Yeah.
Your thoughts should have been together.
You over there getting your thoughts together too.
No, my thoughts is all scattered. All right, so let's get into the content. What I wanted to mention was just I want to tell this a story of like, because this Black Panther thing is like it really do move me, you know what I'm saying? My dad brother was actually the leader of the Panther in Philadelphia, so my he knew he knew a lot of the members of the Panthers and they rode together and all that. Right. And as a kid, my dad used to take me, like, every weekend he would take me to my Uncle Reggie's house, you know what I'm saying? And just being around him and listening to how he talked and how he walked and how he moved, like he was forever a Panther, even up into the 2000s when he passed in 2012, you know what I'm saying? And I'm realizing now that he shaped and molded my life a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of his ways I have towards the government, and even when it comes to just being an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? The unwillingness to trade time for money. I believe in my heart that I got from him. So I just wanted to speak on him and even his friendship with actual Fred Hampton, you know what I'm saying? Like he was really like in a mix like that. So this shout out to my Uncle Reggie, and we're going to get into the content of this podcast.
Wait, I think that's dope though, because you always talk about your uncle, right?
Yeah.
You always talk about both your uncles.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it'd be like, if you have someone speak about someone, it's from the perspective of you were younger and growing up as your uncle's nephew, right?
Yeah.
And when Nyla was doing her project, and she called your dad, and what did he say? He said, and she said, what was he passionate about? And your dad said like he didn't care about much of anything else. Like so to hear how you speak about him and then your dad like actually verifying this, like, oh no, like he really did that's what he was about. Not that I doubted it or anything. It's just like
he was really, really active. I mean, active. And another shout out to Mumia. You know, if you're not privy on who Mumia is, he was a young guy. They claimed that he killed a white cop in the 70s. And you know, he got a death. He got the death penalty in Pennsylvania. I don't know how that worked. I guess it was a thing back then. And my uncle was riding with him until the day he passed away. He actually got him off of death row. And when my uncle passed, like they announced it over the prison loud system. I mean, it's a sad day. Reggie Shell had passed away, you know, all that stuff. So yeah, man, like this Black Panther shit is in my. That's why, you know, these pigs, bro. That's why you see me talking about these motherfuckers like that. Shout out to all the white folks that I love, man.
You told me that I had to come back. Now you gotta say, with the exception of, fuck out of here.
Yeah, fuck out of here. It's some white people that I fuck with. But yeah, being that you seen the movie also, like what was your, after the movie end, like what was like the emotions that you was feeling? How did you feel about the movie? Like what did you feel from it?
Well, honestly, like I've been in this mood recently, and I don't know if it's like because it is Black History Month or whatever it is, but like honestly, I go through periods of time like it could be a month and then I'm good, and then another month. But at periods of time, like I really don't be off white people. Like this is like a regular thing for me. It's been happening for years, probably since I moved to Philly. Like I just don't be off them. So like going into watching a movie, I'm not off of them, and then I watch this movie and it's just like, yeah, I'm still not off you. You know what I mean? So it just was like, it just verified some things for me. But overall movie was dope. Some emotions that came to me, like the woman, God, I wish I knew her name. Well, Dominique, the woman that Dominique
the actual person.
Yeah, so whoever like Fred Hampton's woman was, I forget her name. But just the emotion she had to been going through to actually shield, because like as I'm watching the movie, I'm looking at things up like to like fact check like what actually happened. And like for her to shield the body of her loved one, that type of shit. And I'm like, you know, she loved that man, and she understood that she jeopardized her body and her child's life to protect someone else, and that symbolized so much for me, because she understood that he stood for so much more. Like he was gonna rally like people.
It won't
like
just be a dead body.
It wasn't just him. Like, and for her, I know probably it was like, all right, I got me and my son, but him, he's gonna move masses. Or whatever. So
that shit is deep, man. This all around the board. All the people, all the people that stood for something and took a stand for our people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like he's any different than Malcolm and Martin. You know what I'm saying? Like, Fred Hampton really took it there, as well as Huey Newton and the rest of them. What them guys stood for in the 70s was crazy. Just in an organization that how organized they was. You know what I'm saying? How you can be in Philly with my uncle chapter, and then they can be in Chicago, and they all just did the same exact things. They fed the kids in the morning before they went to school. They did things for the community. You know what I'm saying? They combated black gangs. They went to war with black gangs. You know what I'm saying? I
think that's important. All right, so like the discipline that you speak on, that's fucking dope, because everything that they try to teach us, attempt to teach us in school is so negative about the party. It's always like, oh, violence. Like the same thing how they try to teach us about with Malcolm. Like if you go through, you're raised in and you listen to what's actually being taught in school, they will literally tell you like Malcolm was like a bad guy or whatever. And the same thing with the Black Panther. I don't know if they taught that about the Black Panthers in school. I don't remember where I learned that at.
I don't remember learning about the Black Panthers at all in school.
I probably did, but I'm from like a different area than you. Yeah. But so I know it was taught, but I don't know about the how the depth. Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't good things. Like and just to see, I mean, of course, like I know some other things before the movie, but just to see like the discipline that they had and what they actually did for the community and going to the gangs and getting support from the gangs and other people or whatever. We didn't see that part. We didn't see them linking with fucking quote unquote white trash. We didn't see this part. Like they demonize us. And
that's a fact. That's a fact. And just to piggyback off of that, like just the comparison in the movie, they compared Black Panthers to the KKK. That's how they got the black guy. They got in his head saying, "Yo, they're just like the KKK." You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I feel like that still goes on today. And I don't want to get too deep into Black Lives Matter because there's a lot of controversy within that in itself. But the way these white people talk about Black Lives Matter like it's a fucking gang, and there's a tribe of people that's out here trying to hurt people. You know what I'm saying? And they're so bad.
Our lives matter too.
Yeah, like all like that mindset, bro. And I don't know if it's it can't be a thing where they all come together and say, okay, we're gonna do this. I think these people really think this sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think, of course, that's a part of racism, but like it's just it's nuts to me, and it's something that I will never ever understand, and it makes me so fucking mad.
I believe it's people are closed-minded. So you have Black people saying the same thing. Well, what about white people? Like, oh my God, I have this one cousin. Oh my God. I remember this one time she came down here. Yo, this is one of the reasons why I like to drive wherever I go. I don't want to hop in a car with nobody. Yeah. And she picks me up and we go out downtown somewhere. And she fucking starts talking about, and this is I was in one of my moods. Like I don't know when it was, but it was in the summertime. It was like one of my friends was like, I'm off them. Yeah. And she said that shit to me, yo. And I was so fucking mad. I'm like, dogs, are you serious? Like,
what'd she say?
What about white people? What about, like, what do you mean Black Lives Matter? What the fuck don't you understand? That's wild. Yo, but oh my God, we get into type of shit like this all the time. Like, she's the type of person that's like, Black people need to help ourselves first. And I think people who talk like that, there's a disconnect, clearly. And I think what they're trying to convey is something different than what we're actually receiving. But you can't say something to someone without like acknowledging certain things. Yeah. So you can't say, oh, we need to help our own selves without acknowledging why, like the state that we're in currently.
I know a lot of people like that, and it frustrates me. It's like, and I get it, I do get it, but when we need to march in the hood when Tommy killed Johnny on the block, you know what I'm saying? And I get that. But you can't compare that to a law enforcement officer who's supposed to be protecting us, killing us for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It just don't correlate at all.
One has nothing to do with the other.
Yeah, it don't have nothing to do with the other one. So you can't say, oh, y'all, how y'all gonna march because he got killed by the cops, but you're not marching because Johnny killed Johnny. Man, bro, crime come in proximity. It's about where you're at. It's the same thing that happened in white neighborhoods, poor white neighborhoods. It's not about Black people killing Black people. It's poor people killing poor people.
It's just that we're exploited for it.
Yeah, and we get exploited. Yeah, we get looked at like animals and shit like that.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, they're closed-minded. So if you don't view it like that, if you're just looking at us like, oh no, Black people, what are Black people doing? Yeah, and like.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This shit is nuts. And it's just like, I don't know, man. That's why this don't speak out of place around me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't speak out of place.
When I tell you, when that oh, that bitch. I'm gonna call her. Yo, she was, oh my God. I was like, because you know how I talk.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, are you dumb?
Yeah.
And she was like, you're gonna call me a dummy in my car? I said, yo, you dumb as hell. You sound, and she's older than me. She like 15 years older than me. So I know she was tight. She like, this little fucking 22-year-old talking to me heavy. But you sound crazy as hell.
Yeah.
But nah, like, I don't, people, black people, some black people, and I get it, but yo, educate yourself.
Yeah.
That's it. 100%. Before you like start speaking.
Educate yourself and have empathy, man. Like it's like people don't be having empathy. They just speak. Or because they're in a better position, they feel like they can talk down. And they're like, we off on the same shit, man. Like what Jay said with the OJ shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay. When shit get hot and you are that fucking, you not the celebrity O.J. Simpson football player, and now you in some deep shit, and you're just a nigga again. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, no, nigga, no, stay over there with them fucking white people.
Yeah, I think people like Wayne. People get it
in on white people right now.
I don't listen. Hey, for the listeners. So look, this nigga over here be telling me, you gotta be careful. You can't be saying fuck white people. He tells me this shit all the time, right? And it's not fuck all white people. And so he said, you gotta say, you know, it's not.
The white people that you don't fuck with.
And it's not all of them, but like honestly, I'll be like, man, fuck what you even talking about. Like that's how I feel. But like it is what it is, and it's Black History Month. So what's up?
Yeah, no, that's a fact. You don't hold no punches in this motherfucker.
Yeah. So
you was about to say something about Wayne.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Lil
sometimes
Wayne, right?
people are just disconnected like that. So if like my cousin were from North Jersey before I moved down here, didn't I say I didn't really experience it? I didn't.
Can you speak on that real quick?
What?
Like you not like.
All right.
The culture shock of coming to Philly and seeing racism.
So me being from North Jersey, and it's heavily diversified. It's very diverse. And like I spent the night at white girls' houses, and like I've always been in classrooms with white people. Like it's not like that up there.
Now do you, this is a quick question. Do you think it's really not like that, or you think you just didn't see it? You think it's really like?
I could have not have seen it, but I can only go off of my experience.
Yeah.
But I did get out of I left when I was 18 years old, so I don't really know. So I only know it from when I was in school. Me going through school, being a star athlete. So of course, and then even if I was like one of the kids who dropped out of school, maybe I would have experienced it, but I was a star athlete. So even the white people was like, Aaron, you know what I mean? So even I really don't know.
Yeah, that's how it be. And that go back to the Wayne shit, because like a lot of people get on Wayne for saying a lot of the dumb shit he say, like he never experienced racism. But you gotta understand that this kid was 12 years old when he left the hood. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was 12. And then came into money and he was a star. So so his experience is totally different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
and my cousin, she grew up where I'm from, and she climbed the ladder of like the corporate ladder, and she's girlfriends with the white. Oh, I go to lunch with Sarah, and yo, this is literally an example she be giving me. I go to lunch with my girlfriend Sarah, and she's not racist. I just be like, yo, you know how that But I digress. But either way, like there's a disconnect because we don't really be experiencing. But I do think it's our duty as Black people to educate yourself and to empathize, like you said. Like we do know. At the end of the day, even if you feel like you haven't experienced racism,
you gotta know it's a thing. Yeah, you gotta know it's a thing, and you shouldn't go on public platforms and just say shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it makes us all look crazy when you say shit like that. Because now they got something to look at, like what Lil Wayne said. You know what I mean? It just look fucking nuts.
That shit is nuts. But anyway, all right. So back to the movie, right? So I want to give you some time to think about this. But what was the most memorable moment in the most memorable moment of the movie?
In the movie, for me, I think I know off the bat when they was in when he was when Fred Hampton was speaking at the podium, and I don't know the guy name, the guy from fucking the guy from Atlanta. What's his name? I forget his name, but the guy from Atlanta.
Wait, Lakeith Stanfield.
Lakeith Stanfield, the guy from Atlanta. He was like, he caught that shit. Like, he felt that shit. He started to feel that shit, and he looking in the crowd, and then he see the white guy, and it was just like, nigga in the white, and that scene to me, it made me feel like, nigga, remember what you here for. Like, remember what you here to do. Like, cause it was a couple times in the movie they made it seem like he really was starting to feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? That I think that scene right there was the most that stuck out to me, because I felt like he really started to feel, and that I'm pretty sure that probably, because his character in real life seemed to be like this, a total like don't give a fuck type person. You know what I'm saying? It didn't seem like he gave a fuck in real life, but I think they try to give him a heart there.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
I think they try to make him human.
Yeah, they try to make him human there.
A couple of things let me know. Well, not let me know, because at the end of the day, I don't know that man, but I believe that he was not remorseful. Like, he's had interviews and he said that he wasn't a part of the party. Like, he didn't betray anyone. Like, those was not his peoples. So, and then on top of that, him committing suicide, he didn't commit suicide when that shit happened.
All right, hold on. All right, so let's just remember that thought. All right, so let's run it back. So for those of y'all who haven't seen the movie, the movie, the basis is Fred Hampton, Black Panther. He had a crazy movement going. He pushing black people forward. The beginning of the movie, they showed this black guy, Lakeith Stanfield character, and he was a car robber, and he was about to he got caught for stealing somebody's car, and they going to lock him up for a long time, like 5 years. And he said, okay, we can give you 5 years, or you can go infiltrate the Black Panthers, go act like a Black Panther, go walk like a Black Panther, talk like a, learn what they do. And he got real close to Fred Hampton, and from that point, he proceeded to bring down Fred Hampton and his organization in Chicago. I just wanted to bring people up to speed. I mean, and so, and you was just talking about the interview. They ran an interview in 1989. Was it? Yeah, 1989. It aired in 1989. It's either 89 and 99. I think it was 1989.
April 89, he committed suicide in January of 90. So
no,
yes,
the night it aired. So it aired on 90 in 90.
In 80. Oh,
the day it aired, he killed himself.
He interviewed in April of 89. So I don't know when it aired, but he killed himself in January of 90.
All right, so in January 90, he had an interview with white people. It might have been like 2020 some shit, about the whole situation. And once the interview aired, he killed himself that night. That's how it went. Now, do you think he killed himself out of guilt, or do you think he was guilty, or he felt some type of way? Like, why would somebody go to that extreme?
All right, so I've also read like articles about his family saying like, oh, he couldn't live with himself because of the guilt and But no, if he couldn't live with himself because of the guilt, it would be like, all right, it was 20 years later.
I can believe that.
Hold on, not only the time. All right, he did this thing, right? Someone was killed. Then 20 years pass. An interview comes out. Now the whole world knows. I think he was embarrassed.
No, because why would you do the interview? Like, you wouldn't do the interview. I felt like he needed to get it off his chest, and that was just it. Like, I got this shit off my chest, and I'm done now. I'm gonna kill myself. It's kind of like the rapper G Dep. Back in the day, there was a rapper named G Dep for the young folks. But he killed somebody in the early 90s, right? No, it might have been the 80s. G Dep killed the nigga in the 80s. And after his rap career, I'll say 7 years ago, he went to the police station and said, look, I killed this person in 1986. And they locked him up. And he was like, man, it just made me feel better. Like, I mean, and I think that's the same case with him. It's like, I don't think people can live with themselves when they do such heinous shit, bro. Like it's just like it was crazy, and I don't think if he didn't feel no type of way, he would have took his life like that on the day that it aired. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just like,
I don't know.
because if you ain't got no remorse, you would have like, okay, let that shit air.
He needed money for his family. He got the money for his family, and the nigga was too embarrassed. And
Yeah, I don't think that's. Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, like, because for him to say like he feel like he didn't betray anyone. Mm-hmm. Like, what type of remorse do you feel like he has then? If he's said that he didn't feel like he betrayed anyone, he wasn't really a part. I mean,
he didn't betray anybody. He wasn't never a part.
He did betray him.
He
literally betrayed someone. He drugged someone.
Yeah, but
that's betrayal.
That was never his man's. He was out from the beginning.
So why would he feel remorse? Why would he?
Because you understand, like, over the years, you start to understand, like, damn, this is a Black Panther party. This was for us. It wasn't like he was going in like with it. It was like you destroyed something that would have pushed Black people forward. You know what I mean? And yeah, I think.
Okay, all right, I'll take that. Mm-hmm. So one thing that I really remember about the movie, like, he was like, a badge is scarier than a gun. Do you think that that's still true?
Hell yeah.
You think so?
Hell yeah. Badge is way, way scarier than a gun. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, yeah, just look at these cops, man. Like, I can walk around the hood all day with niggas with guns, but as soon as you see a cop, it's like, yeah, to this day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm driving down the street, legit, license, insurance, registration, everything, seatbelt on. If a cop get behind me, I'm nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm nervous. I'm literally going to turn off on the next block, and I'm going to find a parking spot. Even legit and all. So I don't know. It's how my mind is wired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think another thing I wanted to talk about, how crazy like the differences were between the two main characters in the movie. Like, how both of them, I feel like, was living off of survival. They both like were Black, where we live in these inner communities, and like we just trying to survive. Like, we live a fucked up life. What was the guy's name? I keep forgetting his name. That Lakeith.
This the fucking rat. We don't gotta know that name. He's a fucking rat.
The rat.
He's a rat. And why you look for that? I just want to like backtrack on something that I said, because I did say like I might have said that like I was a little lenient towards Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh, talk about it.
Yeah, I was a little lenient because I just didn't feel like he was a gangster and he wasn't in the street, so he can't be a rat. He's a civilian, and I still feel like he's a civilian, but like fuck that nigga, bro. Because he's doing a lot right now.
That's wild.
And that's so I don't want to speak no more on that.
You've been wanting to say that for a minute.
Yeah. It's officially fuck with that. Fuck that nigga, bro.
William O'Neill. Yeah. What was I saying?
I forgot. You was saying, the contrast between his character and
right. So they both was like living off of survival. Like, both of them was just trying to like live a better life and get out of some shit. And how like different they were. Like, they both were so young. And like Fred Hampton, what was he, like 22 when he died? Like 21, 22. That 21. Shit is wild. Like, even like you got these Malcolm, and he was older, but like so young, and Pac was so young, and you had these voices or whatever, and
these people that's putting these positions
and putting their lives on a line, or whatever, and then you got this fucking William O'Neill, like, yo, that shit is wild to me. You go for the, and it's for me, it's crazy because it's like you got Fred Hampton, like whoever, like Black Panthers, Black Lives Matter, all of those people, and it's like I'm standing on the line, but it's like for the people. It's like at the end of the day, not fuck me, but like, yo, if I go, it's okay.
Yeah.
As long as like my people are uplifted.
Yeah.
But then you got other people like William O'Neill, and like honestly, it's a lot of those people still today.
Yeah.
And it's like all for self.
Yeah.
I think that's why Jay is so imperative to the Black communities, because it's like, all right, I'm gonna show y'all like how to do this shit. You got we were talking about it earlier. Everybody was so mad at Jay, like, oh, whatever he did with the NFL. But nah, you had 3 Black people headline that shit.
Yeah. Hove is for change, man. And it's like, it's the thing that I like most about Hove is like, he got thick skin, so he can take the shots fired. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, I can take these shots, but y'all gonna see in the long run what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so okay, oh man, fuck Jay-Z, he signed the NFL, he doing it, boom, boom, boom. But when we start having Black fucking bands performing at the fucking Super Bowl, and we got all this Black that's happening in the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? And we getting our respect from these fucking white people, like it's a different story.
But do you feel like I think that's dope that, you know, him, us having 3 headlines or whatever at Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. But do you feel like, does a part of you feel like that's like just us performing? You remember, like we was watching a Kanye video. Mm-hmm. What was the song called?
When? Lately?
And I always find something wrong. That shit, right? And you was like, that all the ballet dancers, they were white.
And all the Black people.
All the Black people at the table, they were Black.
And they was watching.
Exactly. So the entertainment was white people. So I'm like, that was dope. Like the symbolism in that in itself in that video. So Super Bowl, do you feel like that's just another depiction of just us performing and them being entertainment for them?
I don't, because I mean, that's a way to look at it, but there's also a way to look at it that, like, you got kids that's sitting on their couches at home watching that. You've seen all these Black stars performing. You got people that's on stage that just have the opportunity to make money off that shit. That's an accolade.
Opportunity.
The opportunity in it. Like the thing about the Super Bowl, when these fucking country stars get on that platform, it's almost like winning a Grammy. Like your career go to levels and levels. You go to different levels. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the opportunity in it and all that. You know what I'm saying? And these are people that chose to dance and perform. They make millions. You know what I'm saying? So it's not. I don't look at it like that. Now, if it was some broke motherfuckers that's out there shucking and jiving, then that's a different story. No, these motherfuckers get paid $1 million to do that, and they deserve that platform.
Okay. All right.
I want to speak a little bit on doing for self, just because like the all around theme for the Panthers was do for self. Build up our own communities, make our own money, just have our own money coming through the hood and all that stuff. And I know we talk about this on the podcast a lot, and we're going to continue to talk about it. I don't give a fuck, we talk about this at every episode. Okay. But it's something that need to be heard. It's something that need to be seen. We need to do for self. We need to open up Black businesses. We need to understand trading time for money is an amazing thing, but also just try to do all right. Also try to just build your own platforms and try to build other things that's outside of the box. You know what I'm saying? We don't always got to do manual work. We don't always got to like pick up fucking cinder blocks to do for self and build homes ourselves. There's things and platforms that's available that you can just do where you can automate it and make money without having to do manual work or trade time for money.
Yeah. Can I give an example? Mm-hmm. So I don't know when this was, but my sister had sent me something about like this man, because we often talk about what a man's supposed to do for his family, for his woman and whatever. Well, we don't talk about that shit. That is a topic coming soon. But people talk about it all the time. That's a topic and during these times. But it was this man, he had X amount of kids, and he was like going on, he was saying, oh, I'm supposed to do this. My wife has never done paid a bill in here, a cable bill. I got this shit or whatever. And then yeah, sure, dope, sure, but that man's kids, they say he was never home. We don't know that nigga.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, he
yeah.
ain't spend no time or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, at the end of the year, you trading time. You want to trade time for this money.
Yeah.
Like, it comes with a...
It comes with a big price.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another part of the thing, man. It's like, I just feel like now in today's time where, let me just break something down real quick. Okay. You can start a business building homes, right? And manually building homes yourself. Your back gonna probably be fucked up by the time you're 50. You're gonna be fucked up in the game. Amazon is one of the biggest things in the world, right? You can literally order stuff from China, right? For like and this is all my homies with money and shit. I mean, y'all can call me on the phone and I'll tell you more about this shit. You can order shit from China, have it delivered to the USA, straight to the Amazon warehouse, and they'll sell that shit for you. Mm-hmm. So when I go on Amazon and I buy fucking cotton swipes, it's some motherfucker somewhere getting paid for that. That's not through Amazon. They're not getting paid for that. They get a percentage, but they're not getting paid for that. You know what I'm saying? It's called Amazon FBA. Look it up. There's so many, and that's this one. I got 1 million in my head. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, people think starting a business is so hard. With a $5,000 $5,000, put $5,000 down. I don't know why the fuck the word is. With a $5,000 investment, okay, you can open up $100,000. You can run and organize $100,000 business that generate $100,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Just keep flipping that. It's not hard at all.
All right, can I just say
it's not easy.
All right, thank you, because I really do hate when you talk easy, like that.
But this thing about it, building a house for 15 years, putting cinder blocks on your back, which most motherfuckers feel like, as a man, a lot of motherfuckers like, okay, I'm gonna build it, I'm gonna start a business, and you think I'm gonna do something manly. You know what I mean? But it's not like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Bro, pick up your fucking computer, get on the laptop, type in some buttons. So instead of doing that for 15 years, spend a month to learn about that. About Amazon FBA. Go on fucking YouTube and just look that shit up for a month. Learn the ins and outs. And then just put up your $5,000. Get it shipped in.
Yes.
It's not hard.
But it's not easy.
It's not easy, but nothing worth having is easy.
Yeah, I think it's better saying that there's opportunity out there. There's tons of opportunity.
And then one more thing. And this is scary for Black people, and I understand that shit. The stock market. Join the stock market. Before you join the stock market, become knowledgeable. Like, do your research. Like I always say, do your due diligence. Just look at it. I would suggest investing in something that you believe in, so something that you like. So if you like football, invest in like what's a good one? One of them gambling companies and shit. You know what I mean? Like this whatever you like, just invest in that shit, because it's something that you know, and it's something that you will be passionate about. But the stock market is really a crazy opportunity also.
Yeah. It is scary because like you have people who are risk averse. But as you are saying, as Shells is saying, that shit is easy access. You could access it from your phone. And he is sidetracked because he's on Robinhood right now.
Yeah.
But also, like me, I'm a saver. Like I could save some money real quick or whatever. Mm-hmm. Versus like just having that shit in a bank account. Like, yeah, put some of it. Like I can save $800 a month. Sure, easy. Put that shit like in stock market or whatever. And sure, I could even if you are risk averse, choose some companies that are like that's safe.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I do because I'm a scary ass nigga. But choose some companies that's safe. Even Tesla, like they like going down right now, but I know Tesla's gonna go back up. So that didn't even scare me. Like Tesla, like I'm down like $200 like per share on Tesla right now, but it's gonna go back up. So yeah.
For sure.
How long we in?
We in 40 minutes.
We
actually start to wrap this up. And do you have anything else that you want to speak on?
I thought just one more thing. I thought it was crazy how like the rat, his character, how he was saying like he looked at the FBI agent as a role model. Like, for me, like I never really looked up to anybody, let alone a white person. Like that is so nuts to me. In the 60s, could you imagine some shit like that?
Yeah, it's wild.
Yo, what the fuck?
I mean, but you got motherfuckers like that every day, Uncle Tom's, man.
But the 60s?
Hell yeah, it was even worse back then. It was way worse back then. Because they had something that we just didn't feel was tangible. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers used to fry their hair and had their hair straight back like white people. You know what I'm saying? All that perm and shit like that. That wasn't black people creating a style. We was trying to be like the motherfuckers.
I mean, at the end of the day, sure. But they try to be like us too.
But,
the role model shit and like feeling like, oh, somebody's your protector and shit, like, oh my God. That was disturbing. That was so disturbing. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
He's just a lost soul, bro. And you know, those situations are sad, man. I mean,
and I'm glad that I did get a chance to watch that because like I heard of Fred Hampton, but like I didn't know the story. I even asked my mom. I'm like, do you know? And she was like, no. She was like, no, I never heard of him. And and that's crazy to me because she was I think she was alive, but she was like, Erin, that type of thing didn't get talked about. Like my mom didn't talk about those sorts of things when I was little. My dad, nobody talked about that. Like people, it was just drugs. Yeah, that's what it was when I was growing up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. All right, yeah, this is the We Different podcast, and we're gonna attach. Well, I'm gonna attach my daughter project. She had a Black History project, and I'm going to attach it at the end of this video. Is her having a conversation with my dad, and I thought the conversation was dope. It was about my uncle Reggie with the Black Panthers, and my dad. I chopped the hell out of this video because like my dad was getting long winded, and it's so much good footage. And I, at some point, I'm going to put it all out, but it's just condensed into about 2 or 3 minutes. So if after this podcast is off, y'all can feel free to watch that. I think it was pretty dope to watch their conversation going back and forth. It was a proud dad moment for me. I mean, so I think that's something dope. And we would like to thank y'all for tapping in and tuning in and watching. We on episode number, this is 17, right?
17.
We lit in this motherfucker. Episode number 17, we lit. And this is the We Different podcast, and we are out.
Peace.
Deuces.
A complete change in government. We're talking about a transition from capitalism to socialism. You see, and the masses of people just don't have that political perspective or that political outlook that will enable them to see that the free breakfast program is a socialist program, that a free medical clinic is a socialistic program.
Hey, Papa.
Hey, Nana. What's up?
Got a couple questions.
Okay.
Who was Reggie Shell?
Well, first of all, he was my brother. He was like 10 years older than me. So when I was a little kid, he was a teenager. We lived in South Philly. In the late 60s, mid-60s, he and a lot of other black people around the country started the Black Panther Party. He started the Black Panther chapter in Philadelphia. They had chapters all over the country. Like, it started in Oakland, California. And they had chapters in every other big city. Here's a picture. Where's my picture of him? Here's the picture of him when he was in Germany. Can you see that picture?
Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah, that's a picture of him.
You ready for the next one?
Yes.
What was Reggie Shell passionate about?
He's passionate about freedom for black people. That was the most important thing in his life. He didn't care much about anything else if it wasn't leading to all his people being free.
What age did he join the Panthers?
Oh, God, how old was he? I think he joined them in about 66. In 66, I was I was 14, so he was 24.
All right, last question. What was his relationship with Mumia Abu-Jamal?
I used to drive him up. Mumia was in jail in Pittsburgh. Mumia told Reggie everything. He believed in Reggie more than he did his lawyers. And Reggie did everything for him as far as getting lawyers and stuff.
Well, thank you.
Okay, well, I hope I did something to give you some help with that. If you ain't got any more questions, just call me back.
Okay.